Guys, what up? Welcome back. Gamblers in the house. Kind of a special one. So, Season of Discovery came out, and I am on my level 22 warrior executioner sword. You guys can kind of see for 2 seconds the gear that I'm using, my runes. So, Victory Rush is part of this build. Furious Thunder, Blood Frenzy. You guys can go look up all this new stuff that they added to the game. But this spot that I'm showing is right in Redridge and right here on the map. And by the title and the timestamps, what I really enjoy is just finding spots I can grind on and track. So I found this position, and we're gonna reset the session. So I've got Titan panel. And what this is going to do at the top, you guys can barely see it. It's right now it says 10,000 experience per hour. This position that I'm at, so I reset this. I was out here earlier this morning at the same level. So I've tried to make this video a couple of times, and it just hasn't quite worked out because we're on a PvP server, and when Horde want to come through here and mess with people, and it's just I want to be able to kind of show what I've been able to find, and in some of these spots. That was a rough one. That guy took a lot of our health off. So these positions on the map that I like to grind, like the crabs in Westfall, the wolves out here in Duskwood along the shoreline. I just like sometimes I just like grinding. So this spot, I was able to hit like 16,500 experience an hour, and so I felt like not only is this a good spot to grind, extremely fast, but you guys can watch at the loot that we get. In a half hour I pulled like 7 greens out of here. So I enjoy documenting this stuff, and I just wanted to show it. So at the end of this video, I will show randomly in combat. I'll show my gear, my talents, and there's one other thing I need to show here, or I need to apply. So I've got my food buff. I'm using the Redridge goulash here, which is actually right from this spot. Do that. Click the wrong thing. And you make food. It's +6 stam food. And also I'm using coarse grinding stones from blacksmithing. So we'll see here if I can get into a nice little rhythm here. And you guys can kind of see my UI. I kind of made it a little bit bigger for this video, just so you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit better. And hopefully we'll be able to ease into a nice little rhythm here. Show you guys. That's the other thing I wanted to. I was going to try for this. So we're going to turn the stopwatch on and start tracking this, and just see and try to do this for 15 minutes or so, and see if. Right now at 12,000 experience per hour, so we'll see. The old. If I put 5 points into Fury and then the rest into Arms, just for the heroic strike savings, the charge, more rage you get from charge, and then the 5 points of crit. So that's Fury, and then the rest of the points in Arms. I messed up. I've accidentally put one more point into Fury, so there I leveled. So like I said, when I was doing this. I was level. I was this level, and I was able to get about 16,500 XP earlier today. For like and I thought that this would be kind of fun to show. So if we can kind of get into a nice little rhythm, I can show that. Unfortunately, I attempted to make this video 2 or 3 other times, but like I said. We are on a PvP server. There are things that are going to happen in your game or on your server that are going to kind of change this a little bit. But even with, like earlier today, I had about 7 people in this area grinding. And one of the things that I really liked about this spot is how fast things respawn. So you can see this. The respawn rate in this area is really, really high. It's not like a hyperspawn. It's not forcing things to respawn like the Murlocs in Westfall, but the respawn rate in here is insane. Like compared to other areas that I've seen, like the wolves don't respawn this fast in Duskwood. The there's no required total of mobs that have to be up at any time. But the respawn rate in here is insane. Like right now, so we'll see. We'll see if we can hit this. The problem with hitting level 23 is the amount of XP that we're getting per mob has gone down because we leveled up. But right now we're almost hitting 16,000 experience. You guys can see at the top. And you guys can see, I don't know how many that is in a row, but, you know, being a warrior, you struggle a lot with just leveling in general. And so when you're trying to min-max grinding and doing anything like this, sometimes it's really tough. You really do have to be grinding on things that are a level or 2 levels lower than you. Because if we pull 2 things, we're having to blow cooldowns. You always have to have pots on you. You always have to have, like at level 20. So I hit level 20, got retaliation. So that's a really, really nice oh shit button for warriors.
It's too far away. Can't do that yet. Need more rage. Not enough rage. Need more rage. Not enough rage. That ability isn't ready. Not ready yet.
But still, extremely difficult to kind of get into a rhythm like this on a classic, on a warrior, and just be able to grind a spot for a while and not have to sit down after every kill and eat. So right now we're averaging 16,200 experience an hour. And then here, maybe in 5 more minutes. We'll do this for 5 more minutes, and we'll see the timestamps at the bottom. And you guys can kind of refer to the end, and you guys can see. I'll go over my talents, my runes, and then my gear that I got on my guy. So this is day 4. So Season of Discovery has been out for 4 days, and really been enjoying it. I've had the time off. I've had the days off. It's winter time for me, so I have the ability to play some games for a couple of days, which has been really nice, and get my warrior up. Warriors, you just, they struggle. I mean, they're obviously not struggling as much as if you're playing hardcore. So I've played several different times playing warrior on hardcore, and it's not there. I mean, obviously you can't die, but this, you're not really worried about dying. You're just trying to actually, you know, take the time. If imagine this. So when you're running around and you're doing a bunch of quests, there's so much downtime. Whereas if you can just find a spot that has good respawns like this, and you can just grind, I've always liked grinding versus running around and doing a bunch of different, like doing two quests here and then go to a different area, do two quests here, go to a different area, and you guys get the drill. I'd much rather spend my time getting comfortable with my kit as a warrior or as a warlock or as a paladin or whatever it is that you're playing, and doing something like this.
It's too far away. Not ready.
There are whelps in here that spawn from time to time.
That ability isn't ready yet. Can't do that. Not enough rage. Need more
And sometimes, playing warrior, you do have an overflow of rage. And oops, I didn't mean to use a potion there. But you throw Sunders on these guys too. I have Sunder up just in case that there are moments where you get a double or triple crit, and you hit over 50 rage, and you can really utilize your rage way more efficiently than just sitting here trying to spam heroic strike all night.
not enough rage.
There are moments where you're gonna have a little bit of overflow, and you can Sunder. So we're averaging about 16,000 experience here. But if you're level 22, just like I was, instead of being level 23, you can for sure with kind of the same gear that I have, this Executioner's sword you buy from a vendor. So Antonio is a vendor that walks around, and from Redridge and Duskwood, Sentinel Hill, and Goldshire, and he sells that sword for a gold and like 40 silver. So if you save up, you can buy the same sword. It's not a drop. And then the thing about Season of Discovery, especially right when the server itself dropped, and they started, there's a bunch of people in the starting areas. They started introducing layering. So in WoW there's layers. So right now there's probably 10 different versions of Stormwind right now that you can get thrown into, just to try to handle how many people are playing better. Just like these areas, so people can, if they're let's say there's 40 people in this little zone, or let me say this. Let's say there's 500 people in Redridge right now. There might be 10 layers with 50 people on them, just to kind of handle the amount of people that are on, like any one. It just helps with lag. So that applies to Antonio as well. So Antonio, the NPC, might be running around in 10 different layers, and maybe 5 of them, somebody buys the Executioner's sword from one layer. You can just swap to a different layer, like if you're in a guild, you can talk to your guild mates and have them invite you to a party. And then you can switch layers and then find a different Antonio, and possibly find your Executioner sword if the layer that you're on, he does not have it. If you're trying to purchase something from a vendor, just because that layer's vendor does not have that item does not mean you can't switch layers and find a recipe or a piece of gear from a different vendor. If you guys don't know, with warriors, you cannot eat food because your blood rage is up. You got to take blood rage off to sit down and eat. Takes you out of combat. But it's looking like we're averaging about 16,000 experience doing this at level 23.
It's too far away.
But my point with this was at level 22, if you're farming this little area here, 21 and 22, you're going to hit about 17,500 XP. in this spot. Especially, I mean, you have to be, obviously you have to be solo. This is for a warrior. And, but yeah, super, super nice area just by, you know, the amount. So after this mob, we'll stop and I'll kind of reflect and show you guys my gear. So right now we're at about, you know, with our health, we'd kill two more mobs, and we're sustaining at about 16,000 experience per hour. And so timestamps at the bottom. So like I was going to show, so we've got, this is from my gear. So this is from a quest. I looted this. This is from a quest. My pants, the burnished boots are what are drop. The Ring of Will. So it's a quest out here in Redridge. Just a regular light crossbow, just in case I need to pull. Nothing there. Executioner sword, like I said, Antonio's that NPC that walks around. A gold, 40 silver. My bracers, I made them. Even though this says made by Rise, I have blacksmithing on here. And what are these things called? Pattern bronze are right there. So you can see for 5 bronze bars and 2 quartz, you can make these bracers. The chest piece I bought off the auction house, and then the back I got as a drop. So nothing too crazy here. And then Blood Frenzy is whenever my bleeds tick, gives me extra rage. Furious Thunder I did not use. It's just another. It's for AoE. If I pull 2 things, it's an AoE. It reduces the time between or increases the time between enemy swings, and the Victory Rush is what I use with every single hit that I do. And it's really, really nice for sustaining. It gives me back 10% of my health out of combat as long as I can hit something. It's really, really nice. Just helps warrior sustain a little bit better. So if you guys enjoyed this, my name is Gambler. I'm going to be making a couple more of these videos, grinding certain areas. You guys can go and reference my my Wrath videos. I'm going to be doing those crabs. I possibly might find another couple spots that I enjoy grinding, and just to kind of see how profitable. So we can hit our bags real quick. The last time I grinded out here, in a half hour, I got 7 greens. So it didn't show on the loot here, like right. It didn't show on this, but the last time I did this for an hour, I got in half hour, I got 7 greens. So there's a ring I sold for 2 gold. There's a bow I just sold for a gold. You can get some really, really, really good stuff out here. So leave me a like. Appreciate you guys, and I will be doing more of these. Till next time, guys, this is Gambler. Peace.